sometimes I just don't want to talk about it and just feel really normal. And I think filming's been a bit harder than I thought, like opening up about how I think, because it makes it very real.
In 2018, I set off the alarms at Stansted Airport and ended up on a psych ward, diagnosed with bipolar disorder.
Fruit?
Yes.
Banana? Monkey?
For a long time, I felt like I'd been robbed of a normal life.
My opinion of myself just goes so low so quickly.
What you're about to witness is my fight to get it back.
It's a dream come true.
I'm Rosie. I'm a model, a presenter, and an events coordinator. Life is just perfect. London life in the fast lane. I also live with bipolar disorder, a mental health condition that means my mood can swing in episodes on an extreme scale. It goes from 1, severe depression, to 7, hypomania.
Everything to excess, phone calls, writing, smoking tea. Whoops!
When I feel like this, all I want to do is tell my friends I love them, but it's fine. Monday, this is the day which it's easy for me to get high. So that was impulsive. Flying high. I'm just so excited.
I also have what's known as rapid cycling, which means smaller mood swings can happen within hours. And then there's 10, mania.
I'm Rosie and I'm off.
I've experienced mania once during my psychotic episode. The memories of it are really tough.
It's easiest to forget that the whole thing happened and just focus on what I do now, but like, I kind of can't verbalise how that felt to be like locked in a room because of the way your mind thinks. So yeah, whenever I see like pictures of it, I kind of remember that it all happened, and that possibility will always be there.
The point of this video is dropping things out of choice.
You'd been posting a lot of stories on Instagram. So I was like, what is going on? Is Rosie okay? And then it was a couple of days later and you'd been sectioned. You had a breakup that triggered your bipolar.
I can't even relate to a normal level of low after a breakup. I don't even know how it feels to be sad after a breakup. I had the best few weeks of my life and then the worst.
Hi Mama, I can't wait to see you tomorrow. And yeah, it was an amazing day. I laughed so hard that I nearly threw up my lunch. Things are happening for a reason. And I really believe that our family is just gonna have strength on strength on strength and strength and strength and strength. That is the aim, is happiness.
And then you went to Costa and you kissed a stranger. Did you ask them to marry you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. And then
Save them as love of my life in my phone.
Oh wow.
Went back to Islington to get a pink brie frozen yoghurt.
Yeah.
and then went to Stansted. Eventually, I jumped through baggage drop-off.
Did you actually go through the other end?
Yeah, and hit the alarm on my left. And then there was a fire alarm, and then the police came. Hello, it's Amy from Mars to Amy from Mars.
This is me, 2 weeks after being hospitalised. I hallucinated for about a month and barely recognised my own family.
Hello, Victor, bringer of light.
The mania lasted for 3 months and was followed by 6 months of severe depression.
Rocket, spaceman, you, monkey banana dead. Now keep that video forever because that's my new phone. Because I'm buying you a new one. Did a lot of people talk about it?
No. We were really worried about you and stuff, so.
I remember just seeing like maps on the ceiling and every few hours they'd give me custard creams and bonbons. And then gradually came to over the next 2 months.
When you were with your ex, were you feeling like good in that relationship, like you were in love? And
yeah, the first year.
Yeah.
It was very ecstatic.
Do you think that's made you more scared of love?
I just don't know if I have the energy to do it all again yet. I can't have another episode in my 20s. It was actually 4 years ago this weekend that I was hospitalised. On the actual anniversary of it, I had a date. I had a chat with the guy I'm seeing on Friday and it didn't scare him off, but he asked me, like, are you still scared of relationships? And I said, yeah. Yeah, I am. I really am. But it was nice and they haven't run away yet. And I haven't run away yet. So it was good. I feel more relaxed. There's 2 voices in my head and I'm trying to listen to the stronger one, which is just enjoy and don't freak out. I was just freaking out this morning and texting my mum being like, oh my God, what am I doing? Maybe I'm not ready for this.
It's hard to date when the stakes are so high, so I have to be honest about bipolar from the start.
Have you ever painted on a date before?
No, I've absolutely never painted on a date before.
And sometimes I've just got to take the plunge.
I'm just curious, knowing nothing about this, like what,
Yeah.
do you ever feel like isolated?
I've got to be honest that no, every time I've dated in the last year, I tell them in the first date. And I know that to some people that might be intense or whatever, but I'd prefer to be myself. That's why I'm not nervous filming anything or letting anything into my life. Because when I have seen men of my age, they don't understand that I can't drink and they don't understand that I have to exercise every day, and it's become an issue. I feel rejection and disappointment on such an astronomical level that I'd have another episode if I built something up and then the drop.
I've realised that my bipolar has never just affected me. It impacts everyone. My family, my friends, my partners. That reality can be really hard to swallow. ready for my week. It's taken me a long time to figure out how to manage. I take my meds.
This. I have never not taken my medication in 4 years. It keeps me sane.
Go to bed at regular times and can never drink excessively. But there's no manual, no way to know that everything will be fine.
I'm feeling low today. Yeah, I didn't want to film a video. Not a great day. It was, pretty unbearable.
It's not a happy place for me right now, and I just want to move on and just draw a curtain over it.
Even after a few years, I just think I don't know what's going to get me out of this.
When I'm low, I just become scared for the next day to happen. I'm utterly alone on those days, and it's frightening to realise just how little others understand the illness.
My biggest shock when I got diagnosed was but I'm young and I'm female. My impression was, no, Stephen Fry's have that, I don't have that, I would never have that. It just needs to be out there so that it's not such a stigma and people realise that anyone can have it.
The majority of media coverage is either negative or indifferent. I'm starting to wonder whether I can use my platform to change that.
I'm obsessed with trying to make a difference in this because my illness, part of it, if I'm really honest, tells me that this is something I need to be doing. So I'm trying to write a book. I've got this music video idea. I've got a poetry book in my bedside table as well. And here we are. We're making a documentary.
So I've been slowly getting stuff in place to happen. I've been emailing about potential kind of article about bipolar.
Making my Zoom setup look like I have my life together.
Hello, good, thank you. Do you have 5 minutes to chat, or are you busy? We'll see if she sends through the invite. Oh, an email. Oh, spam. I might need a tea top up. This is my life. Where's the kettle?
So I thought, you know what, if I'm trying to get this in the media, modelling is the best way to do it. It's an industry I understand. They'll pick up the phone to clients and be like, oh my God, you need to meet this girl, blah, blah, blah. Unfortunately, being brought back down to earth, that they didn't even want to meet me. I just had a bit of a wobble. Bipolar gives me very grand ideas and a huge amount of ambition.
It's just annoying that they wouldn't even get a meeting in. Actually, I think you've just got to really stick at these things until someone budges. But it's also really helped me in my own journey to accept that you can't really expect people to ever understand. Everyone wants a big ending or a massive drama or someone getting better or someone getting ill or someone dying and actually I think the reality of what I have, you can't cure this. There is no end for me, and that was one of the hardest things to accept, that just would have to manage it.
Sorry. It just feels a lot for I just don't really discuss with anyone how I manage, so I think it's just expectation of reality. It's just thinking that with stopping filming, I just feel quite sometimes I just don't want to talk about it and just feel really normal. And I think filming's been a bit harder than I thought, opening up about how I think, because it makes it very real. So I think I don't mind keeping filming for longer, but I just it was kind of 0 to 100 because no one really asks how I manage, and then I feel like I've tried to be as open as possible, and so, but it's quite a lot to talk about something which makes me feel not so normal.
They got a reply from Women's Health on the bus and I nearly screamed. Even if it's only me who's going for this, I just like love the idea that bipolar is in the conversation of women's health.
So if you were going to go back in time and talk to 22-year-old Rosie now, what would you tell her?
I wouldn't want to overwhelm her anymore, so I probably wouldn't give loads of life advice just in that moment. I think it would be a really simple thing, just saying to myself, you'll actually be okay, because I really didn't believe it. Because I think at that time, the whole of 22 in my mind was like the suicidal mindset where you're very irrational and you don't think that you're going to make it. So I think even saying just you're going to be okay, you're going to have good health would have been the best thing to hear, I think.
The hardest part of the last 6 months has been to let go of the fear of a relationship and to trust myself. To be perfectly honest, that's not the journey I thought I was going on. I thought I would just show everyone how normal I can be left to my own devices. To have another person enter that space and still be okay, that's been a bit mind-blowing. It's been a great day. I was asked by the guy I'm seeing, he's asked me to be his girlfriend, and I said yes, and I was very excited before I crossed this busy road when I shouldn't be. Oh. No, okay, I'm not going to cross the road, but I am going to have a boyfriend from now on, so woohoo! My boyfriend told me that he loved me on New Year's Eve, which was so sweet. So yeah, Happy New Year. I feel really relieved that my story is finally getting out there, but putting it into words doesn't always capture the full reality. This was a mood board I did for a music video which compares low and high, so that's kind of what I'm trying to do in the shoot as well.
So you really want to focus on your face and the subtle expressions which represent on one side your lows and on the other side your highs.
I want to really strip this back and it be that more of a hidden emotion. The whole point of raising this topic is that someone you might know might have this and it's really, really difficult to tell. And the ways you tell is like by knowing someone and starting to pick up on how you know when they're high and low. That phrase, like, there's light behind your eyes, is literally a lot of the time how my friends and family know when I'm high or when I'm low. So I just want to capture those two different sides. I was never this happy when I was younger because I wasn't really sure who I am, but I feel very confident in the person that I am and I don't feel swayed or I don't overthink what people think of me, and I wouldn't say I'm insecure. And for me that was something as a model which was linked to my unhappiness, was not feeling secure in myself and secure in the job. Whereas now, if my job went tragically, it's not the thing which defines me anymore. I've got really good friendships and morals and I know what I stand for. So happiness has been maybe sped up by having to learn who I am a bit quicker than the average 26-year-old. Yeah, I wouldn't change anything in my life. Yeah, I'm very happy. Very happy. Happiness for someone with bipolar is different to someone else because it's accepting that depression can be part of being happy.